We're in the middle of a prison and we're trying to figure out what happened to the old leader and what's going on. And we got cut off from the leader of the Crimson Fleet, and we're trying to find, one, a way to get out of here, and two, also more information about the old leader and something called the Legacy. Reactive gauge. Alright, there's something here. Wait, the lamp. Pry open the base. Ah.
I bumped into someone in the mess hall yapping about
Found
a
it.
ship carrying a fortune in credits. I know it's usually bullshit, but he seemed to have details. After striking up a conversation, I found out the ship was a Galbank transport named Legacy that went down in some remote system during the war. This is exactly the score I'd been waiting to find. I need to contact Carter to let him know it's time to get off this rock. He'll help the mining detail slip into the utility closet in the ventilation room. That's where we'll dig. Not up, but through. Right to the armory. Carter mentioned that security keeps rotating codes on all the terminals in the lock, so we'll have to coordinate this carefully. For now, we'll continue using his locker in the showers area as a drop point for the code to the utility closet. By this time next month, I should be out of this dump and uploading those creds into my account.
Why you sound out of breath? I don't know.
Was right.
Maybe he just...
hit the Galbank transport and stashed away the money or something.
He might be
Play this
big and
right.
thick, and sometimes just tying your shoes makes you a little out of breath.
No time.
Cred stick, mirror jack. And probably, yeah, it is very cold. Probably freezing and shivering. It's supposed to be 5 degrees Celsius in here.
You hear that? Ah, never mind. This place is starting to get to me.
I don't hear anything, sir. You're crazy. We're still on our first playthrough. We haven't gone through New Game Plus yet. And this game has been freaking gargantuan huge. Requires computer. Computer? Maybe down here? Ah.
Okay, Carter. Confirming that the latest code to the utility room is 486111071. The mining crew tells me it'll take them a week to cut through the ice, so I'm giving you that long to square your end of the plan. When the tunnel reaches the armory, I'll get my people to start a riot. When you hear the fireworks go off, get your ass to the shuttle bay. We get one shot at this. If we play our cards right, this gets us one step closer to that fortune that went down with the Legacy. You report any of this to the guards, well, you know what'll happen.
So that's mention of the Legacy. So what we're looking for. Something called the Legacy. We don't know what it is yet. It could be jack shit, probably no. Power boost pack. Did we go in the kitchen? Yes, we did. Okay.
Can you imagine how angry the
How do you
prisoners
get
were when we
there?
rioted? I would hate.
Requires computer. How do... I would assume there's a switch somewhere for that computer, but I have not been able to find it. What's It's in the guard tower somewhere. So I found 2 of the switches, but I need a 3rd. I don't know where it is. Maybe this computer unlocks it. Open door. That is definitely a cutout wall. Ooh. But I want to get that cash that's in the other room. Oh, you know what it is? A Galbank ship. Oh, never mind. It was like a really powerful ship then. Okay. Now it says computer required to open that switch. What if we take the stairs here all the way up? Maybe that'll get us where we need to go. Or in here, possibly. Is there a switch here? Yes! 10,000, that's worth a lot. Bullets, bullets. Let's make cred sticks everywhere. Nope. So weird, I just finished the quest 10 minutes ago, turned in the Twitch, you're doing it. Do you ever think that maybe
I am never putting
you're like me in another dimension?
Again.
And Twitch is your portal to that dimension where you see your alternate self doing things just with a little bit of delay. It's like the multiverse. It's like, whoa. Oh my, how did someone not see all of this crap? Like, how do you secretly get mines and rifles into your goddamn prison cell? Seems a lot. 29,000, damn. Seems a little much. Cutter. I guess, but this prison is not a normal prison. It's just like super awful. I need to get back up there, which is through here, I think. Yep, there we go. I know it's like, that's not a mine, that's my Simon Says game.
Was this an armory? Looks like they cleared this place out.
13,000 bucks, 17,000 bucks. Not bad.
Well, well, what do we have here?
That's mine!
Give me a sec.
It's mine!
This sort of come in handy.
Damn it! You just took my loot.
All right, let's keep moving.
Apparently he didn't get the memo that all loot in this place belongs to the player, and that's me. Can you trade? Probably. Reactive gauge. Any good stuff over here? That's all been cleared out, most of it. A little bit of it. I like the green outlines on boxes that have loot in them. They borrowed from Borderlands. Uh-oh. Whoa. Whoa. There. Oh. Getting lots of digipics here. This is great. I've accidentally sold all mine. This is good. I don't need that axe. Drop the axe. And the combat knife. Lung damage. Trauma pack. Are you fighting something? You got this, clearly. Utility. Let's see what is in here. Hopefully some loot. You got it. Sound like you're having fun. I'm just gonna loot everything. You don't need my help. Ooh. Loot. 13,000 for that rifle. Weapons are the best way to make money. From just like picking it up and selling them. Control room. Med pack. Amp. Synapse Alpha. Drink pack vodka. I love in the future they have little juice boxes of vodka. Just like taking a little sip. You're on your third playthrough? Awesome, Dr. O. What? Supervisor station. Wayne, prisoner birthday celebration. We're gonna have to put a stop on the prisoner birthday celebrations that you instituted last year. I understand that the morale of the prisoner is directly connected to how well they rehabilitate, but these events have become far too destructive and dangerous. No, this is disappointing, but in the day, we're a prison facility, not a hotel. These people are here because they committed heinous crimes against humanity, so they'll just have to deal with the loss of these parties. Answers to the trivia questions. Oh. Cepheid variable star, Magnus star, cannabis, galaxy filaments, and then Hesprung-Russell diagram. Fine. Guy's no fun. You gotta be really cruel to take away birthday parties. That's really mean.
Look at this.
Can't they just have birthday parties?
I can't imagine being stuffed down here to rot. Poor bastards.
Technically, they're not really rotting. They're sort of freezing and just sort of frozen in time. Rotting very slowly.
Incoming!
Uh-oh. That's a lot of them. Oh, God. Holy fuck. God. A lot of them. I can't wait until there's difficulty mods that make the game a lot harder than it currently is. Where, like, stuff like that could be just deadly. Because even on very hard, it seems like the game starts to get not too difficult after a while. I'll take the milk.
If we get out of here, remind me to thank Delgado.
Seafood superfood paste set. Cereal. I need a lot of ingredients for recipes and stuff. Meal kit. Well, it's space milk. It's probably not really milk. It's probably something that looks and tastes like milk, but it's not milk. They found a way to, like, make it last forever.
They aren't paying us enough to be poking through this scrap heap.
Are you able to pick up so much stuff? Our carry weight is 215 right now. So it helps a lot when you have a lot of magazines and the strong back perk. And I don't pick up things that aren't worth picking up. There's a lot of very heavy stuff you could pick up that aren't really worth that much and not worth the weight. Pretty much only pick up weapons and things that are worth a lot of money.
I'm on my second day at the lock, and I've already had a close call. Big fight broke out at C Block. Gillespie sent us in to break it up. Might have been half a dozen inmates. It was hard to tell. We almost had it under control when one of them stuck a shiv into my leg. Luckily, the other guards dragged me out of there before he finished the job. Seems like the genius who designed this place
Didn't realize that the inmates would start carving weapons out of the permafrost. So now I'm cold, I'm tired, and my leg hurts like hell. Great way to start my first tour at this dump.
That was the first bad voice actor I've heard in this game. That guy he did not sound like he was acting, like, even remotely. It's like he was just reading his lines. That was really bad. Luckily, just some side guard. Watch that be someone in chat that's subscribed and they're like, you know what? Screw you, Mr. Gaming. I'm unsubscribing to you. I'm an amazing voice actor.
And here I thought we were going to be doing something fun, like rob a bank or something.
Oh my. Okay, and then is there a 4-piece I could put in there? Is there a 3-piece I could put in there? Not that one. What about a 1-piece? So if I can get something to do those 3, that's not spread apart enough. How about that one right there? Yep, that's the one. And then a 2-piece here. Perfect. What is my reward? That one's okay. That's actually not bad. Credits.
What I wouldn't give for a space heater and a hot cup of coffee.
Instant oatmeal. Meal tray 3-stack. Udon. Yogurt in a bag. Mmm, delicious. Not much was in there. This is a mag rifle. If you find one, they're usually really good. Highly recommend it if you find one of these, because they usually have pretty good, very good damage. They fire really quick and they hold lots of bullets. It's a nice cross between a shotgun and a rifle. Oh, Agent Smart is giving away 3 of our t-shirts. If you want a chance to win one of our t-shirts, go ahead and type !enter in the Twitch chat for a chance to win.
UC must have burned some serious cash.
I think I have one right over here. Let me grab it.
Serves them right.
If you want a chance to win one of these retro t-shirts on our store at DansGaming.store, this one right here,
I swear.
type
I
!enter to a chance to win a free one.
drinks ever again.
Thanks to Agent Smart for the giveaway. He's giving away 3 t-shirts. Those will be drawn in just a second.
100 years ago. It's amazing this entire place hasn't collapsed by now.
This has been here for 100 years? Jeez. Control tower, that's destroyed.
Look at this dump. I can't imagine being stuffed down here.
Credits.
Rot. Poor bastards.
Credits have a weird hitbox. Warden's office. Okay,
Looks like this was the warden's office. They built the office right next to the shuttle bay for quick escapes, I bet. Smart.
¿Qué carajos took you so long?
Congrats to the winners. Leix DRB, TB Evic, and Toon11. You guys won a free t-shirt. Go to dansgaming.store/redeem to get your free shirt. Just got to enter your information, log in your Twitch account, and then you'll win. You'll get your free shirt. Shipping's already paid for and everything.
Finally, I was about to give up. Use the warden's intercom near the window.
I don't know what that means.
Where have you been? Quit screwing around and pick up.
Ooh. Did you pick Titanium? That's not worth it.
Have any idea how long I have been waiting? Pick up. I hope you found something because I am getting sick and tired of this place.
Where are you right now?
I don't know. Looks like some kind of a security office or something. It doesn't matter. Did you find anything or not?
Where's everyone else?
I'm the only one left. Damn creatures finished off the rest of my people. But finding the legacy, that is going to make their sacrifice worthwhile.
Thanks to Mathis' help, we found some information about Crix's legacy.
I knew it! Everyone said I was out of my mind. But something told me we'd find the answers down here. Looks like I picked the right people for the job.
Yup, that's right. It was a team effort all the way. We had each other's backs the whole time, Del.
Is that Mathis? Tell him to shut up so I can think.
Yeah, sorry, Del. You go right ahead.
Okay. Now all we have to do is find a way off of this planet. Let me see. Here we go. I'm looking at schematics for the lock, and I don't think there's a way to get you back to the surface from there. But I can open the outer doors to the shuttle bay and let you fly one of the shuttles down there directly up to the key.
If Mantis and I take the shuttle, how are you getting back?
According to the schematics, there is an emergency evacuation exit I can use to return to the surface. Then it's just a quick run across the ice to my ship, and I'll probably still beat you to the key.
What about my ship?
Don't worry about your ship. I will send some people down to get it. You just get your ass on that shuttle and get out of here.
Thanks to the person that started the giveaway. That was Agent Smart 702. You got it, boss.
Good answer. You're learning fast. Okay, let me see. One of these probably opens the door.
Shuttle bay activated. Initiating the icing process. Please stand by.
Yup, it's got it. Might take a while, though. Those bay doors have not been opened in almost a century. You have done a hell of a job, Rook. We will talk when you get back to the key.
So he's all by his lonesome. No one else there to protect him. Very vulnerable.
Hey, look, I wanted to thank you for not being a jerk and hounding all the glory on this run.
Don't worry about it.
Cool.
Cool.
Look,
Cool.
about all that killing Delgado stuff, why don't we just forget about everything that I said? You know, like it never happened.
Yeah. Fine, but you're gonna owe me a huge favor.
Yeah, of course, don't worry, I'm good for it. Now, let's get the heck out of here.
It's always worth it, chat, to bank a favor for someone in case later you need it. Warden's log evidence.
Warden Tom Gillespie. Authorization 12210. This is likely to be my final log recording. The riots that started in D block have spilled into A, B, and C blocks. I've ordered everyone to fall back to the shuttle bay for evacuation. It was prisoner D03118, Jasper Crix, who led the revolt. his crew tunneled into the armory undetected, and then all hell broke loose. If the lock is recovered, I urge the UC authorities to perform a full investigation, as Criggs undoubtedly had help from the guards and the staff. I'm now heading to my personal escape shuttle, and we'll try to jump out of the system. Wish me luck. Warden Gillespie, out.
Wonder if he made it. We found some more evidence. That's good. And let's make sure we didn't miss anything in this room, because there could be other evidence or secrets or logs before we leave. I can see a computer here. Gillespie workstation. The latest supply ship just departed. I'm livid. I simply don't understand how you expect me to run this prison without the proper equipment. The heating system is inadequate. Water filtration units are constantly malfunctioning. We have insufficient automated security to bolster our overtaxed guards. No idea why my repeated requests are being denied. I'm not running an adventure camp here. Arsony people are dying. Please let me know when you fill my request, or you can send someone else to run this place. As requested, here's the criminal history of Jasper Cricks. His transfer just got approved, which means they're gift wrapping him for you to send. As I send this to the comms relay, this guy's extremely dangerous. Be careful. So he did burglary, criminal interference, theft, burglary, theft, arson, decent exposure, destruction of property, aggravated assault, attempted murder, murder in second degree, murder in first degree. 24 counts of murder in the first degree, 93 counts of murder in the second degree. Jeez. Holy hell. So looks like something unusual is happening at the lock. Seismic sensors have been picking up anomalies for the last week or so. Can identify the cause. I've sent readings to our engineer, and she insists the anomalies are man-made, not planetary in origin. I've had the staff tear apart the place from one end to the other and can't find the cause, hoping that it's simply faulty machinery, but something could be going on within the prison population. I've instituted surprise cell inspections and daily prisoner head counts checks, but everything seems normal. I'll keep you informed. Limbs. Things are getting stranger and stranger down here, Arsony. Bits of bone have been discovered in the facility's incineration unit. According to the physician, the fragments belong to two individuals, both killed with the use of sharp, serrated object. The prisoners in question were from D Block and have no relation or accomplices. I have 100 of suspects in D Block, so narrowing down is what happened is going to be a challenge. Incident and seismic anomalies are leading me to believe something big is going to happen at the lock. I'd like to request additional company of security be dispatched here immediately. I wonder how they escaped. I wonder what happened. Seemed like he had a big old plan the whole time. What exactly did they do? Oh, that's the escape route right there. Make sure I got all the goodies before we leave, because I won't be able to come back probably. Master lock. Well. Nope, wrong direction. I don't think there's a slot that fits in there other than these two. And then 3. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to do this. It's fine. And then can I get a 4 over here? Yes. Like that, and then perfect. What is in here? Okay, we have a deck of cards. And Monte Cristo. Digiframe. Circuit board, folder, notepad, cred sticks. That's worth a little bit of money. And what's this? Demos. Nope. And If the music ever sounds distorted, it's from the low latency mode on Twitch. Just pause and unpause the video to fix it. But don't worry, they told me about 6 years ago they have a fix coming for it. So, any day now. Any day now it'll be fixed. There's like nothing else in here. Unfortunately. High value stuff though. Like Moby Dick. Frankenstein. Those are worth a lot of money. There's a fix. Oh, a third-party extension will fix it. Uh-oh. Get out of here. So FFZ has a fix for the... Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh my gosh, she's big. Oh god. Smack her. Need backup.
I'll show you what the Crimson Fleet's made of.
Reminds me of the Mantis Queen. Okay. She's having trouble getting up here, like. Kill her! Uh-oh. I think she is unable to get up on this platform. Oh, she ugly. Very ugly. Med pack, treatment. Hopefully they fix the AI so they can get up in places like that. Sometimes the AI breaks on those kind of creatures and they just can't do anything to harm you. It just like makes it really easy. Vendors only have so much money, so go to places where they have multiple vendors in a row. Like Aquila City has a few that are just right beside each other. New Atlantis has a bunch of vendors all beside each other. Ooh, cool. That was a fun mission. Dear God. All right, let's get the hell out of this place. I will fly us out of here. Space trucker. Ship parts is nice. Fiber I'll take. Credits I'll take. The rest, not that important.
What the hell are you planning to do with all that stuff?
I don't know. Don't judge me. I need all the loot, sir. All of it. This shuttle has no guns. That was a great mission. Should be a lot of XP.
Isaac, I am your sidekick, your shadow, your tail.
Thanks, Adoring Fan. Thanks.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
They got carried away with judgy companions. They do that in every game. All the
you might
companions
want
judge
this.
you. Everything you do. Even in Fallout 4, like Nick Valentine, every time you pick up a piece of gear, you'd be like, "You're really just picking up all the junk there." Like,
I don't trust shielding. I got secret compartments on my ship.
prison shuttle. Ooh. Okay.
Yep, just in case.
How do I swap my shuttle back? Guess I can't.
I always thought E-leeches were just pests.
The Carrying Fan doesn't seem to have like any quest or romance options, unfortunately. He's purely platonic.
They'd have to catch us first.
Yeah?
Be sure you have the proper shielding for any smuggling jobs.
Smuggling jobs. Operations Center. Hello there.
There you are. The hell took you so long?
It's about time. I was about to fly down and loot your bodies.
Not now, neighbor. Well, you said you found something. Hand it over.
Assassin, thank you for a 106-month resub. Would a thank you be so difficult?
Oh, excuse me. Forgive my impertinence. What I meant to say was, give me whatever you found right now before I blow your goddamn head off. Please.
Just cut the crap and give them what you found.
Jeez. Where's my payment first?
Demanding the credits up front, huh? You're learning, Rook. You are learning. Don't worry. You finish the job and you will get paid. But first, I need to sample the merchandise.
Translation. Give him what you found before he puts a hole in your chest.
There's already a hole in my chest where Sam left me. Here you go.
That's it? Just one slate. After losing so much of our crew, it better be a map with a big red X on it. Well, I'll be damned. Legacy wasn't referring to Crix's fortune. It's the name of an actual ship. A Galbank transport probably loaded with credits.
Never heard any stories about a Gal Bank ship going down. And even if it had happened, it would have been picked clean years ago.
No, neighbor. Think. If Galbank covered it up, and over time, the location was eventually forgotten, it wouldn't be on anyone's radar. Okay, this changes things. Now that we know what we are looking for, we have to narrow the search.
How do I know someone else hasn't already found Legacy?
Because they would be rolling in so much cash, there is no way they could keep it quiet. It's like hitting a jackpot. Not to mention, they'd need someone with Shinya skills to keep the crypto tracing on the currency clean. And as far as Galbank goes, I doubt they would bother. Their bean counters would be too busy weighing the loss versus recovery costs. Now, the legacy is out there, just waiting for us to find. I can feel it.
I wish Crix hadn't been so cryptic about everything.
I'm sure he did not have a choice. People would kill to get a crack at a score this big. I know I have. Let us start with what we know. It was a Galbank ship, which means the company is going to have records of where it went down. Neva, weren't you working on a deal with Rokov? Something about a big wig charity event on one of Trident's starliners?
Are you serious? I've been working on that gig for 3 months. That's my score.
Ay, Dios mío. Will you shut up about your score and think for a second? That starliner has a Galbank VIP suite aboard, which means... Come on, Neva.
True.
This isn't hard.
Which means a Gal Bank exec will be aboard. We grab their credentials and get ourselves into the Gal Bank archives in New Atlantis. Holy shit, that might actually work. I'll send a message to Rokov right away.
Pack your bags, Rook. You're going on vacation. And since you've earned it, take this gun with you. Might come in handy when Rokov screws everything up as usual.
Oh my! 212 damage? Who's Rokov?
Rokov is... well, he's Rokov. A real pain in the ass. He used to run with the fleet until we kicked him out. Lately, he has been using his long-hauling skills to captain a starliner for Trident. Gives us a contact within the company. He has been trying to get his foot back in the door with us for years. But I'm not ready to let him in just yet. Maybe you can use that to your advantage.
What's in the Gal Bank archives?
It's not what you're thinking. It's more of an office than a bank vault. Once you're inside, you'll be able to gain access to one of their computers and find out more about the legacy.
So run errands for you now?
Yeah, so that is exactly what you're going to do. If you haven't noticed by now, that is how things work around here. Neighbor and I are too well known to walk around the Starliner without being recognized. If Trident Security spotted us, it'd be over. I need you to board that ship, make contact with Rokov, and get me those credentials.
Well, I'm a streamer. I have dozens of people that know me. Dozens? All you need is the credentials?
I see what you are getting at, Rook. And don't worry, I would ask the same thing. Just be sure to get those credentials. Anything else of value you find on Rokov's Starliner is all yours.
How do you expect me to leave things with Rokov?
You know what? I'm gonna leave that entirely up to you. If you think he's come through for us, you can promise him he'll get paid. But if he gets in your way, then you take him out.
I better be getting paid for this job.
Don't be stupid. You gotta look at the big picture. We do this right, and we are all getting paid for this job. Oh, before you leave, I wanted you to know that I took what you said about Mathis into consideration, and I've decided to let him join the fleet.
Why are you letting Mathis's future hinge on my opinion?
Because you're the one that finished the job. You followed orders, and you put your neck on the block to get that data to the key. As far as Mathis goes, I'm sure you had to drag him through the lock and prevent him from doing something as stupid.
Yeah. I don't care about Mathis. I care about making credits.
Fair enough. That's it then. Next stop for you is Rokov Starliner, the Siren of the Stars. And remember, Rokov does not need to know anything about Grixis' legacy. For now, it's just between us. Now get out of here.
Hey, Rook, before you head out, I need to have a word with you. Meet me at the last Nova after you wrap things up with Mathis.
Speak
If you
with
have any
Matt.
last questions about the job, ask them now.
No. I need to go
Always
talk to
ask for a
Mathis.
bigger cut. It's all about making those credits.
I agree. Need them credits. Go back down. Logsma says Dan's game. Good choice of emote. Oh, last Nova's a bar. I don't think I've been in here yet. Ah. Hello, Mathis.
Hey, I wanted to thank you one last time for not ratting me onto Delgado and telling him how much I pitched in. That was pretty damn cool. If he would have found out what I was planning, well, I don't even want to think about what could have happened.
Yeah, you would have been dead. You still planning to take him out?
What? No, you gotta be crazy. All I'm gonna do is lay low for a while, pick up a few jobs from Voss, and maybe get drunk.
Just remember, you owe me a favor.
Oh yeah, sure. Anything you need, you just ask. And I'll be there to back you up.
Can't wait. Bye now, Mathis. I hope
I forgot you were here.
That we needed to depend on that guy. Stay safe.
You just, take care of yourself out there.
Forgot all about Mathis, about Barrett being here. Barrett, where are you?
I'd say we should try to blend in, but everyone's too drunk to notice us.
You don't look much like a raider, Barrett.
Need something?
Need to have Aludra take a look at this kinetic. Recoil's off.
Oh yeah, work it.
Maybe. We haven't decided. What the hell are you reading?
Woo! What's up? You want to go?
It's just, we were thinking. Why is it every...
Hey, Cap, you hiring? Got some baddies on my tail, and I need a place to lay low.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Bug. Every pirate in this...
No hard feelings. Life's tough enough without taking on someone else's enemies. I'll be around if you change your tune.
I need another
Right here at home.
Oh, hey.
jingle in those pockets.
There you are. All right, look. I've been lining up a score with that asshole Rokoff on the Siren of the Stars for months. I'm not about to let a payday slip through my fingers. So guess what? You're gonna finish the job for me.
Ooh. Why would it let it slip through your... Why would it slip through your fingers?
My score involves a one-time event being held aboard the Siren of the Stars. If anyone finds out the Crimson Fleet's aboard that Starliner, the event will be canceled and I can kiss my payday goodbye. There's no way I'm gonna miss this window of opportunity.
Fantasia Utopia, thank you for 27-month resub. It's so nice of you. Thank you. It would help if I knew what you were talking about.
I'm about to tell you, so shut up and listen. Rokov's been tipping me off about some kind of bullshit charity event that the Siren of the Stars is hosting. At the event, they're gonna give away something called the Earth Savior Award, which is worth tens of thousands of credits. So it's simple. While you're on the Siren, swiping those GalBank credentials, I want you to grab that award and bring it to me.
How is an award where it's so much... I love how it's called Earth Savior, but Earth is utterly annihilated in this world. Sorella, 48-month resub. Thank you so much. It says Dan Bobble. How's an award worth so much money?
From the pictures I've seen, the award is set with 12 blue diamonds and covered in gold filigree. If I get Jazz to take it apart, I can turn it into a hell of a lot of cash. And best of all, the components become untraceable.
Does the GalBank executive I'm looking for everything to do with the award?
No. Dombrowski's only aboard to use the GalBank VIP suite, so he can catch a free ride at the company's expense. I'm sure he'll be there partying with the other spoiled brats. I can guarantee he doesn't give a crap about what's going on at the event.
No one likes a cheater, Neva. You need to win that trophy fair and square.
Yeah, very funny. You're hilarious. You should stand up on the bar here and start telling more jokes. This crowd would eat it up. Look, you can make all the jokes and excuses you want. But if you don't come back with the ES award, I'm gonna deduct it from your pay. Either way, I get my money. How much you walk away with is in your own hands. Got it?
Well, damn.
Don't worry. I took notes. Sorry. I meant that seriously. I did.
Isn't Rokov gonna expect a cut?
All Rokoff does is feed me information. If I ask him to lift a finger, he gives me enough sob stories to fill a freighter's cargo bay. If you want my advice, leave him completely out of the loop. Otherwise, it's gonna cost both of us some credits.
ES award?
Yeah, ES, Earth, Savior. Get it? Come on. Keep up with me here. I got about 17 other things to do and you're holding me up.
Damn. I'll get you the damn trophy.
Then it's settled. Good. All right, Rook, we're done here. Now, get your ass to the Siren and bring me my goods.
Why do I keep getting called a rook?
Because that's exactly what you are. A rookie, a newbie, fresh meat. Beneath all of that inexperience, I'm sure you have an actual name. But honestly, no one gives a damn. So get used to hearing that word. Until you earn your stripes, you're a rook to everyone in the fleet.
Well, madam, I find you to be quite rude and unpleasant. And I wish you a good day, but I hope you have a just okay day, actually.
Hit me up if you got questions.
What kind of name is Sysdef anyway?
You look like you could
Bog.
use it. Well, I was wondering when you'd wander my way. The name's Fergus. Fergus Wickham. But you can call me Bog.
Camera,
Welcome
please.
to the last Nova, where the drinks are never free.
So you're the bartender here?
Guilty? You name it, I got it. Although, I can't speak to quality. We don't believe in expiration dates here as long as it gets the job done.
We don't believe in expiration dates. That is not something you want to hear from a restaurant or a bar that you're at. How did you get the name Bog?
Got it back in my experimental days. Before we fixed up Nova, she was a real boggy mess. Practically an indoor swamp. I figured some of what's growing around here could make some decent booze. Some might say I only got the booze part right.
I just found my new home away from home.
As long as you're buying, stay as long as you like. The last Nova never sleeps, so no last call here. Since it's your first time with us, I'm willing to make an exception to the rule and offer you my speciality. On the house. 1 free bottle of Bog's Grog.
That sounds disgusting. I'll take it.
That's the spirit. I knew you'd be the adventurous type. And if you like it, you're in luck. Cheapest drink you can find, and guaranteed to drown those sorrows.
I don't want to know what's in your Bog Grog.
Now that's a trade secret, mate, and a homegrown one at that. But nothing to worry about. I've been serving it up going on 20 years now. Only things that have killed my customers are bullets and stupidity.
Anything you can tell me about the last Nova?
Nova wasn't always the lovely sight you see before you. She used to be a hydro farm and put up quite a fight when we decided to give her a makeover. Overgrown water everywhere. I almost gave up. But what's a proper home without a pub, eh?
What's on the menu?
Plenty of options to wet your whistle.
Okay. Bob's Grog. Rum diluted with water with a twist of lemon and just a pinch of gunpowder. Gunpowder? Goodbye.
We'll see you next time.
The fleet is family. Stealing from each other's job.
Alright, welcome back, guys. Let's go steal some money. That's some very
We just have to
scream of
blend
music.
in, disappear, act like we belong.
Yes, exactly, Barrett. So make sure you say out loud that we need to act like we belong.
If I had a billion credits, I don't know.
Only the best.
Hello, I would like to sell. You have 34 credits. Never mind.
Pay you.
Not
Except
today.
in town, you could do Aurora anywhere.
Wait a minute. Do you have a technician that can change my ship back to my ship? I really don't want to fly that piece of crap.
In the fleet, you either put up, shut up, or die.
Is there a ship technician here
I don't
somewhere?
trust shielding. I got secret compartments on my ship just in case.
I don't trust shielding. That's not something you want to hear from you in combat. Well, I'll just have to teleport back to our base and do it there. She's in the main area? Okay, well, we'll just do this. This will work. Carrying too much and cannot fast travel. Right. Ship parts, please. Oh god, all the way down. All the way down. Ship, there we go. Oh no, I just put it in my inventory. Wrong direction. Oh no. Barrett.
Got any questions for me? Can I carry that for you?
Please. Can you please hold these things for me? I really need you to hold all these ship parts. 250. God. How do I have so much crap?
I hope the lawyer on Gagarin.
What am I holding that weighs so much? 34 things of adhesive. That's probably something to do with it. Metabolic agent. We'll just drop that. 21 metabolic agent. Drop that. Wait, I'm just switching. So drop that. $240. What do I have that doesn't weigh that much? All these do not sell for that much, so let's just get rid of a lot of these. Thought they'd sell for a lot more than that. There we go.
Review the case before we
Drop
arrive.
all that crap there. How's this game? This game's really fun. I love it. I'll be coming back to this game a lot. Cheyenne. Montana Luna, and back to our outpost.
I have something for you.
Restart collector space. Hold while we scan your ship.
I don't have anything bad. Hopefully.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, you can drop stuff anywhere in this game and it doesn't despawn. It'll always be there unless the cell resets.
Hey, you might want this.
Where's my ship? Oh, over there. Is Dan doing Horror Month this year? Yes, we do Horror Month every year. We've been doing it for like over a decade now, I think. Here it is. We need to switch back to our other ship. The good one. Ah, she's back.
I have something for you.
I have things for you.
Does anyone have stuff for me? Let me know, please. Let me know if you have stuff for me. Please get on the intercom and tell me. King's Peach, Centurion, Chipmunks. Good job. Thank you for those resubs, guys. There should be some sort of luxury ship. Should be cool in here. Oh, actually, this is the vigilance mission. We gotta inform UCDF what's going on.
Like a glove.
Yeah, we were just in my base briefly. Let's drop off all of our stuff. Oh, it won't let me.
Orders came down. Some new science division policy. Everyone on board's to look out for heat leeches. Consider yourself informed.
I did that mission. Gotta love that reactivity of the world. Okay, cargo bay brig, docking port lift.
I saw one of the ensigns get an Alpha Centauri from...
Where is... No, not here. Where is the, command center, maybe? Docking ports, lift. Lift? I think the lift will take me where I want to go. Thank you, Dana Community. Love it here. Well, we love you being here, so thank you for always stopping by.
Back in basic training, I had the record.
Hello, sir. Reporting for duty.
Yo, back. So how did it go?
Oh, man. Wow, are you so surprised to see me?
Frankly, it's because we've never gotten this far before.
What?
The last agent I sent to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet ended up in a morgue on New Atlantis.
You couldn't have told me that beforehand? Thought you'd been monitoring me.
Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can monitor very little from the vigilance. We can pick up local communications chatter and use long-range scans to see where you travel. But when you're on the ground, you're on your own. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, but we might blow your cover, and that could get everyone killed.
I successfully infiltrated the Crimson Fleet. I'm confident this plan is going to work.
Then things are moving forward. Perfect.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet?
How'd you know you'd be able to fool Delgado?
If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charismatic leader, but a bit short on judgment. That's why you want to stay on his good side, and stay away from Neva. She's shrewd, and she's sniffed out everything we've thrown her way.
Are you sure it's safe if I pass you this information?
I understand your concern, but you can rest assured that every member of this crew has been thoroughly vetted by both myself and Lieutenant Toft. Any information that you turn over will not be leaving this ship until it's fully encrypted and encoded. I give you my word.
Delgado is searching for a Galbank ship named Legacy that was carrying some type of lost fortune.
Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Crix's legacy?
Oh yeah, it's totally Crix's legacy. It's at the end of a giant rainbow stretching through space, and you have to get it from 3 witches.
I understand your sarcasm, but you can't deny that this data involves both Crix and legacy. In my mind, it bears further investigation.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause.
Story or not, Delgado believes it's real.
Well, let's find out if Delgado is chasing ghosts, or he's smarter than we suspect. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Galbank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Galbank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move?
I love this quest. It's like a spy mission mixed with heists and stuff. This is like a really, really good quest. I'm enjoying this one a lot. How do you know Delgado was with us at the lock?
That one's simple. We monitored your ships heading down to the surface of Suvorov. In fact, when he returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well, we almost thought our operation was terminated.
Why do you think Galbank is hiding something?
Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Galbank would have to endure if they listed a lost transport in the ship registry? Doesn't matter if that ship went down 500 or 500 years ago. If news gets out that a bank has misplaced money, it would tank their value.
I'm supposed to board a Starliner to steal Galbank archive credentials?
Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Galbank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Cricks was clever. For some reason, he never got there.
I know Jasper Cricks never found the legacy.
Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary, and Cricks wouldn't have disappeared years ago. Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinya Voss, our forensic accounting people would have found that data. No, the Crimson Fleet are in dire shape right now. They haven't seen that much currency, well, ever.
Shouldn't I put a stop to this by killing Delgado?
And let Neva Mora take his place? Or Shinya Voss? Or any one of a number of pirates already gunning for his position? No. The solution is to stick to the undercover operation and determine how much of this is truly a credible threat.
I'll proceed as planned then, sir.
It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner.
Aww.
Report dismissed.
But,
evidence ahead,
sir... that's no fun. No killing?
It's good to have you back. What can I do for you?
I have evidence for you.
Glad to hear it. Let's see what you got.
Pick this up from the locked penitentiary on Servov.
It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Crix picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can snowball into a full-blown fairy tale. That it?
I found this in the warden's office at Lock of Servov.
I'll be damned. So some of the UC guards at the lock helped touch off the riots. Everyone thought he was some kind of legendary criminal mastermind, but even the great Jasper Crix needed a helping hand to get out of prison. Anything else?
That's all I have for now.
Understood. Keep searching and you're bound to find more. Let me know if you need anything else.
I bet operations on the key are
Yeah, you can play this one of two ways. So if you want to be an evil character, you can just kill anyone you want and just be a full-fledged pirate. And just like subtly help them, but not too much. This should be a fun mission, though.
Hello, ship. The place needs more decorations, don't you think?
Yes. Can you decorate the ship? It'd be awesome if someone made a mod where you could decorate the inside of your ship. So it would be nice to take everything that's in the ship and customize it even more. Like move things around, move buildings around, put posters on the walls. I think because I would see decorations in my ship a lot more than I would my outposts, for example.
How's it going?
Oh, you said you had something for me?
Happy to listen.
Do you have anything of interest for me, Sarah?
Actually, yes, I do. Here you are.
Membrane, thank you.
Hope we can talk later.
We will. Alright, chat, let's head out and do a quest. Travel to the Siren of the Stars. Which is where? Over there? Can now travel while the ship is docked. I knew that. Yeah, a lot of the...
Clean sip there.
That's usually how it goes with games. A lot of NPCs are good characters, so you have to find evil companions if you want to be an evil character. Do you see the Skyrim Easter egg in the prison? There was a Skyrim Easter egg in the prison? Where was it? Oh, it's on the terminal? Delvin Mallory. What? That's a reference to Skyrim? What was Delvin Mallory? Was that a NPC in Skyrim? Was that part of a quest or something? I can't remember that one. Oh, Thieves Guild? Oh, Delvin Mallory was a character who I like never interacted with in the Skyrim. Yeah, there's a character named Delvin Mallory in Skyrim. It's also a character on the so I didn't notice it at first because I didn't recognize the name, but see, on the prisoner record that was in the prison, there's a character called Devin Mallory, right, listed right there. And that's a Thieves Guild member in Skyrim. Little tiny Easter egg. Very subtle, very hard to pick up if you're not familiar with that name. That's cool though. Engaging jump drive. Jump drive engaged.
Our daring voyage of the oceans of space brings us here.
Siren of the Stars. We're gonna see if we can talk or hack our way into some to get the Galbank data and also the trophy award.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
It's beautiful. Hopefully there's windows. It looks like we're right outside of a beautiful planet that's spinning. Hi, Mr. Robot.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. And what do I get? Nothing but radio silence. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out.
That hat is a pimp hat. I like it. What, no formal tour of the ship?
Oh, sure, sure. First a tour, followed by a formal dinner at the captain's table. Let's get one thing straight. You're here for business, not for a vacation, so let's start by talking about Delgado's sudden olive branch.
Why follow Delgado's orders if you're not in the Crimson Fleet?
Because the only way to achieve a win is by agreeing to play the game in the first place. Worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet. but I end up a couple thousand credits richer. That's almost a win-win, don't you think?
Liking Starfield, I'm loving it. It's currently not perfect, however, I think the good outweighs the bad. That's a good way to describe every Bethesda game, is that it's not perfect, but very fun. Luckily, mods will make it perfect over time for however you want to play it. But I love the game, personally. That's why I keep playing it. I'm still on my first playthrough, just because I can't stop playing, and the quests have been so good. You should be happy Delgado's including you at all.
Happy? Oh, I'm thrilled. Still, this leaves me with a lot of unknowns, and in our line of work, unknowns get you killed. So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Or was there something else you were sent here to steal?
Why don't you ask Neva yourself?
Don't play games with me. We both know pinging a message back and forth to the key is going to take longer than we have to do this job. We're supposed to be working together on every part of this. So, you gonna tell me what else you're here for or not?
Nope. That's the only reason I'm here. Or actually, Neva asked me to steal the Earth Savior Award.
Oh, really? Did she now? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place.
What was the original plan you had with Neva?
I spent months manipulating the Terran Preservation Society into hosting their gala affair aboard the Siren of the Stars. I had to arrange the event to make sure that the award was aboard the ship. Neva said she'd do the rest. When I got a message about Dombrowski, I assumed she'd be tagging along to steal the award. But looks like she sent you in her place.
Without her, you're also never getting back into the fleet.
She told you to hold that over my head, did she? Oh, that witch. Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the payout. Anyway, we'll get to that later. First, we have a much bigger fish to fry. So why are you targeting a Gall Bank exec anyway? Not exactly your average Crimson Fleet prey. Why the interest?
Okay. What do you consider normal prey?
Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Something the Crimson Fleet stayed away from in the past. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to an even bigger score down the road.
This game is STARFIELD. To be fair, you do spend a lot of the game talking to people and they're staring at you. I mean, it's a funny one. It's not untrue. Wonder all you want. It's all the information you're getting.
Oh, I see. We're playing this game now. Fine, fine. Well, you might as well turn around and hop back aboard your ship because you're not getting near Dombrowski without my help.
You want credits? Hugs? What?
We obviously have something specific in mind.
Well, well. It appears we have a mind reader here. You're absolutely right. I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. It's as simple as that.
You don't need money?
Of course I do. But who wants to settle for a one-time payout? I prefer to play the long game. You see, getting my ass back into the fleet means I regain access to Shinya Voss. And that's as good as an endless stream of credits.
Well, it is weird that they said that no one can leave the Crimson Fleet, yet this guy is not in the Crimson Fleet. I can put in a word with Delgado, but it's up to him to pull the trigger.
That's a disturbing way to put it. But I suppose that's the best offer I'm gonna get, so I'll take it. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Probably spends more time cruising the space lanes than actually working. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt.
Oh, this is my cue. Step aside, mortals. Barrett is here.
He just like looks at him and is like, okay. Anything you can tell about the gala?
The event's a complete sham. Bunch of rich snobs getting together and throwing a party for themselves. These people couldn't give a damn about Terran preservation or any other charity for that matter.
What's a full-timer?
Someone with enough disposable income to afford a permanent six-figure cabin aboard one of Trident's finest space liners. Consider it similar to owning a luxury mobile vacation home. Plaything for the wealthy, you get the gist.
I didn't bring my dinner jacket.
Yeah, well, lucky for you, it's not black tie, so you'll be fine. This card will allow you to access the Starview Ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No one likes Dombrowski, so they'll be more than happy to share his dirty secrets.
What sort of dirty secrets are we talking about?
He's a VIP executive, which means he either worked really, really hard using blood, sweat, and tears to make the arduous climb to the top, or he backstabbed, lied, cheated, and betrayed his way up the corporate ladder. From what I've heard, it's the second option.
So I had to use the noise. She was getting all up in my food. As long as there's free booze.
Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. Good luck.
You help me with the Earth Savior Award?
As long as you remember that I'm getting paid my cut, I'll help you with anything you want. What's the status of your plan?
I've just gotten started.
Okay, then let me point you to the person in charge of the award. Her name's Sheila Holbrook, and you can probably find her in the Starview Ballroom. I'd press her to reveal where the award's hidden, and we can go from there. And if you're thinking of pulling the trigger on poor Miss Holbrook, remember that any gunfire is gonna set off the ship's alarms.
What's the deal with this Terran Preservation Society?
They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul of the Earth, the culture, the people, and the ideals of the past. In their minds, Earth is now dead, which is why they feel that preservation of its remaining aspects is so important. In reality, this is what happens when folks with far too much time and far too much money get together to make themselves feel like they're contributing to society. You seriously need to ask. Okay, I'll give you two reasons. First, Gold Bank protects their own. Kill Dombrowski, and they send Ecliptic after every Crimson Fleet ship they can find. Not something Delgado wants, I suspect. And second, you offer Gal Bank employee in every single Gal Bank facility in the settled systems will triple their security. I'm gonna guess that won't help with whatever your plans are regarding Gal Bank, now will it?
Damn.
Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
Oh, that sounds terrible, Stealthy. Hopefully they get that fixed for you. That sounds terrible.
Captain Rokov said you're
Oh,
allowed
no.
in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch anything, please.
Okay.
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starview Ballroom.
Well, let's go to the ballroom and see what it's like up there. Oh, looks like the kitchen. All right, ballroom time. Ooh. Can I access my cargo hold from here? I can. I need to dress nicely. This is a special event. I need to make sure I look my best. Oh no. Do I not have one? There it is. Perfect. Hello, everybody. Just being fancy here. Just wearing my formal wear. Hello there.
So, what brings you aboard?
Oh, hey, what's up? How's it going? Just chilling. We're having a great day.
Have you tried the canapes? Horrid. Positively horrid.
Here for business or pleasure?
Failed to create a save.
Quite a lovely starliner.
I don't know. It sounds like
nothing but the best.
Could be something wrong with your hard drive.
Pleased
Sounds like
to make
it's
your
failing to
acquaintance.
write a save, which is not a good thing.
The society chair has really outdone herself.
Let's
this
go
time.
up there. Also, try maybe Googling on Reddit, see people have the similar issue and how they fixed it. Just happened randomly? Well, that's weird. That sucks, though. Losing progress in a game is always terrible. I've had it happen before,
I've
lose
done
tens
this
of hours
particular
of
cruise
save.
run several times, and I can assure you that the route is quite safe.
Oh, let's deposit stuff. Resources.
Please.
I have too much stuff in my bag. Ship parts, probably. Probably a bunch of those in there. Actually, let me just put all this away because I got too much stuff. Inventory. Emergency kit and trauma packs. One thing I need to hold on to. The rest of this can just go in there. Also, resources. Deposit all those. Okay, that helps massively. Love the outfit. Thank you. It's my party outfit. Legendary pistol. Key hauler. Small chance to stagger enemies. Small chance to frenzy a target. That's a really nice pistol. It's better than this one.
Remain in.
Let's see. Pistol. We'll make that number 5.
Designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
Thank you.
It's absolutely spectacular, isn't it?
Who here is someone that I could talk to that's...
Hello.
None
Are
of
you
the
a
proper
member
names.
of the society?
Trident Staff, Society Patron.
In the event of a lockdown, remember to return to your cabin in a quiet and orderly fashion.
Thank you.
An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
I certainly hope they decide to hold
Look at all those cred sticks that aren't labeled as stealing. I will just clean this table up for you guys. Clearly, look at all that money.
Here for business or pleasure?
I love just finding a pile of random cash. It's great. Oh, it's this guy. Hello. Hello there. Hi.
I'm sorry. I don't believe we've met. Do I know you?
That's another voice actor from Skyrim. You don't know me, but you will.
My word. Is that supposed to be a veiled threat of some kind? I'm certain we've never been acquainted before, so I'll do you the courtesy of forewarning you about the impertinence that's to follow. When you approach me, I'd highly advise you to choose your words carefully. Otherwise, it's likely they will be your last. I think we're done here. Good day.
You're kind of rude. I don't like him already. Let's go steal from him then.
An open bar would have been nice. But Trident's gouging.
These neon dancer outfits are ridiculous looking. I feel like a giant mushroom or something. Oh, I took up my boost pack. Let's put that back on.
That view is absolutely spectacular.
How do you get? Oh, there's
Have you
a
tried the
place up this way. Hello there.
Is this important? I don't have a lot of time for idle nonsense. Yes, I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important.
Oh my God! Wait. When will the award ceremony occur?
Probably in a few days. I don't want the award transfer to actually occur until we're safely in orbit at our destination. Of course, if I keep getting interrupted, the ceremony might never take place at all.
Isn't it risky to hold the award ceremony aboard a Starliner?
Not at all. I was assured that this particular ship was outfitted with the absolute latest and cutting-edge security. I am completely confident that Trident Luxury Lines will keep all of us safe.
I heard you're in charge of the Earth Savior Award.
Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask?
Has the award ever been stolen?
During my tenure? Oh, certainly not. There was an unfortunate incident where my predecessor attempted to sell the award to the highest bidder, but that was quickly resolved. Needless to say, they'll be spending the rest of their life in a UC prison.
What do you mean the transfer of the award?
Well, the Earth Savior Award is one of a kind. The blue diamonds alone are irreplaceable. Since we can't produce a new award every year, it's instead passed from one recipient to the next. I supervise the transfer and make certain that there's ample security during transport and at the destination.
You must be nervous keeping something so valuable in your cabin.
In my cabin? Oh, please. Why would I do something so foolish? I'll have you know that the award is locked inside the master safe, located at the purser's office.
Thank you.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
Wow. What's wrong with me? Act like I'm some silly person. Extremely rude, but she told me exactly where to find the award. So there's that. What's down there? Ask society patrons about dairy dumpster.
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society.
Excuse me.
Ow.
What's wrong with jetpacks all of a
What
sudden?
brings you aboard?
Do you know anything about Larry Dombrowski?
Dombrowski is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his business trips.
You know anything about him?
Could we talk about something else?
What can you tell me about the Terran Preservation Society?
The society was founded about 8 years ago by Carl S.A. Worthington, a prominent businessman from New Atlantis.
I know, I'm wearing an outfit that'll make me blend in. No one will remember me. Do you know any information regarding the Earth Savior Award?
This is going to be the 9th Earth Savior Award ceremony, but the first time it's ever been held aboard a starliner.
That's all then?
You don't seem to know anything. Hello.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard.
Oh my god. In perfect sync. Do you know anything about Larry Dombrowski?
Let's put it this way. He screwed over so many people. If he suddenly disappeared from the universe, I don't think anyone would miss him.
Do you have any information on the award?
Benjamin Bayou of Neon won the award the first time it was presented. But he dropped out of the society a couple of years back. It's a shame that the Earth ended in such a sorry state. But I'm glad the society has the nerve to do something about it. Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Larry has an A-level executive rating over at Galbank, which means he has access to everyone's accounts at the touch of a button.
Ooh. Could I drain all the accounts?
That award is such a joke. It's for members of the society to pat their own backs for spending the most money on the cause. Donations to the society can be debited from my bank account on a monthly basis. I barely have to lift a finger to help. Nice to have met you.
Hello. Are you a member? I don't know why Larry's attending this event. He could care less about any planet, let alone the Earth. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. I'm a silver member of the society, but only 100,000 more credits, and I hit the gold tier.
Goodbye.
Enjoy the rest of the event.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Anything about Larry?
I heard he uses Galbank's VIP suite on the Siren of the Stars almost monthly. Does the man ever do any real work?
Is this a multiplayer game? No, single player only. Which means it's very moddable, which is great.
Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you think it was her own child. The society is such a worthy cause. What could be more important than the preservation of the Earth's spirit?
I can list about 1,000 things.
Well, that was boring.
Quite a lovely starliner. Nothing but the best for the society, eh?
Ask about... No one's told me anything important yet. Hello.
Here for business? For pleasure. I certainly hope they decide to hold all... He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning.
Quality
I'm
time.
certain his wife doesn't know a thing about it.
Oh. He's having an affair.
Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child.
Tell me about the Terran Preservation Society.
You don't necessarily have to be wealthy to contribute, though the minimum donation level is 5,000 credits.
Mod community carry Bethesda. They definitely make the game last a long time, but the games are also on the console where there's no mods, and they're very popular there too, even without mods. I know they added some sort of light modding with Fallout 4 and Skyrim Special Edition, but this one didn't launch with any mod support right away for Starfield, which is interesting. I don't know if they're going to do it on console. I would assume they would, but it's not in the game yet, which is strange. But then again, the mod tools aren't out either, so maybe they'll wait until the mod tools are out to let people start modding both versions of the game.
Enjoy
we'll
the
see,
rest
though.
of the event.
Have you tried the cannabis?
Hi.
An open bar would have been nice. He's been spending a lot of...
Claudia Swist.
Sheila Holbrook is... Is this about...
Nope. Okay.
Don't forget to donate to the cause.
I think we've got all we're going to get out of them. I tried to pirate a movie yesterday, but I couldn't give it 3.14 stars. I get it. I get your joke, but really?
I prefer swimming in bioluminescent.
Really?
Hot Springs.
Okay, do that one more time. Boop.
Or a sky full of moon.
Oh, why is it not? I guess it's only settlements that won't show it.
But hey, the pool is nice.
Dan messed up delivery? Probably. Hello there, ma'am. I've heard,
On behalf of Trident Luxury Lines, I'd like to welcome you aboard.
Hello, I'm here to steal stuff. I need to borrow something.
Welcome to the purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance today?
Nothing. Let me save first. I forgot to save.
Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable.
Do you know what NPCs do when they see you save right before you talk to them? They start sweating and getting real nervous. They're like, Dan S., like, uh-oh, why are you saving? What's gonna happen?
How may I assist you today?
What exactly does a chief purser do on a Starliner?
An excellent question. My responsibilities include all of the Siren's financial, customs, and commercial goods transfers. Honestly, I really enjoy the work. I get to meet people at every port of call instead of being constantly stuck below decks.
Can I store things with confidence in your safe?
Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant, vacuum-proof plating. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe.
Can I have my room in the safe so that way if it gets destroyed, I will be fine? I like to take a peek at the Earth Savior Award.
I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can assure you that it's quite lovely. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate claim ID. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
I'd like to take a look at the, Never mind. No, I'm fine, thanks.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip.
What do you think of Captain Rokov?
I'm sorry. It's against Trident policy to discuss our personal feelings towards a fellow crewmate.
Well, that is, unless I pass a persuasion check. If there's something going on with Rokov, I'd love to know.
I don't want to lose my job. Why should I tell you?
Because what's the harm if you help me?
I mean, it might be okay.
That's what I like to hear.
I'm still willing to talk.
I'm sure we can work something out. Oh,
I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here.
That's what I like to hear.
You think I'm a
Shit!
pushover? I appreciate your...
What?
Don't forget to tell your friends how much...
Damn it, lady. Ooh, smoldery Dan. That's hot. Did you see my
Glad
smolder?
to have you aboard. How may I assist? An excellent question. My responsibility. Honestly, I really... Oh, absolutely. The safe is in the even more So, I've only seen it brief. Unfortunately, is there anything else? Well, if you change your mind... I'm sorry. It's again. Have a safe... Bernie,
Let's save here and do it again.
please let me know if you're... I'm sorry. I don't want to lose... I bet I'm more stubborn than you are. I'm not trying to make your life difficult, you know?
Are you? I'd like to know if you could help me if you could.
I hear you.
What's the harm if you help me?
I hope I can trust you.
Yes.
All right, but you didn't hear this from me. Do you understand? I don't want to lose my job.
Okay.
I like Captain Rokov, but I think he's mixed up with some very dangerous people. I was bringing some paperwork to his quarters one day, and I found a slate with a message he received from someone named Delgado. That would normally be fine, but the message mentions the Crimson Fleet, as in pirates.
No.
Can you believe it? If you want to grab it, the slate should still be in his quarters. Somewhere.
Ooh.
Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. She's nice. I like her. How do we... Oh, hello. Oh, this is the lady that's having an affair with the guy.
Sorry. Do I know you?
You don't know me. There's no harm in a friendly chat between two people.
Okay, wait. Are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone. And my partner doesn't like competition. He gets very jealous.
Would your partner happen to be Larry Dombrowski?
Who? Look, can you just cut to the chase already? What's this about?
I bet Gallbank would love to know about your affair with Dombrowski.
I can't believe this is happening. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy?
All I need is something incriminating on Dombrowski.
If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, All I'm doing is endangering myself. Why would I do that?
Because I have persuasion. The Crimson Fleet wants that information. Yes!
What the hell? Dombrowski has us mixed up with the Crimson Fleet?
I'll find the information one way or another, so might as well benefit now.
That's true. You have come this far already. All right, you've made your point. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme where thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
You're pissed off? Imagine how Dombrowski's gonna feel when we start stepping on his toes.
Good. I hope you crush them so badly he'll be unable to walk.
If you hate the guy so much, why are you defending him a moment ago?
I didn't know who the hell you were. For all I knew, you were working for Dombrowski. It's called playing it cool. You should try it sometime.
Baby, I am cool. How many credits are we talking about?
I'm not gonna tell you. Let's just say that I'd be sent to prison for a long time if Galbank figured it out.
Tell me about this scheme.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them.
I have some... do you actually need an SSD to play? I highly recommend you get one because they're cheap as hell nowadays. They're like, for about $30 you can get a 1 terabyte SSD nowadays. And they're very easy to install and replace your old hard drive with. And this game has a lot of loading screens, so if you have an SSD, it makes those loading screens like a couple seconds long instead of probably much longer if you have a manual hard drive. So definitely get an SSD if you can. It's worth it, and they've gone down way down in price. They're really cheap nowadays. You think he was using you?
Oh, I know he was using me. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved me. He was stringing me along and stabbing me in the back.
Yeah, if you have an NVMe SSD, it's even better, but the regular SSDs are fine. Why didn't you confront him?
I was going to confront him back on Jemison, but then he invited me on this little trip through the stars. All expenses paid, first-class accommodations, the works. I figured, why not wait until I've milked him for every credit he's spending before I drop the hammer?
Choosy Gnome, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Thank you very much. Regular hard drives will have freezes, even audio desyncs, so they're not kidding about SSD is needed. Yeah, definitely do it. Why aren't you worried that I'll blow the whistle on this whole thing?
You won't do that. You're here because you've got some kind of side hustle in the works.
What?
If you wanted to blow the whistle, you would have boarded this ship with the authorities.
No. If you want a revenge, give me proof that I can use it against him.
I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
What was your contribution to the bank scheme?
I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy account. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the creds are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy creds. Genius, right?
That is incredibly clever. What exactly is going on between you and Dombrowski?
What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. If I have to squash him on my way to the top, then so be it. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dombrowski's no saint. He deserves everything that's coming to him.
I don't blame you one bit.
Right. What they said.
Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. He'd stab you in the back for table scraps, then stab you again to steal dessert. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then leave him in the dust. Not bad for a lowly Galbank worker drone, right? What, are you writing a damn novel? Fine. Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their comnet for any Galbank chatter. I guess you could call him our early warning system. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on didn't turn up in Galbank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in, whether we liked it or not.
Well, goodbye.
I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
Oh, I will. So it sounds like everyone's backstabbing everyone in this place.
At the moment, Aurora isn't permitted on Trident Starliners, though we're working on having that changed.
Aurora? So it sounds like everyone's stabbing everyone in the back in this game.
Please remember to obey all posted safety and mustering instructions.
Hello there.
Hello. Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy woman.
I need your claim ID for the Earth Savior Award.
Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that?
Just hand over the ID so I can be on my way.
And why in goodness name would I possibly agree to that ridiculous demand?
I just need information. Nothing will ever connect back to you.
I hope I can trust you.
No one else needs to know about this.
I'd like to help you. I really would. Yeah, I hope so. Oh, just take the damn thing already.
Thank you.
Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
First try. I love how when you have enough speech check, you just walk up and are like, give you this super valuable key card that'll give you something incredibly valuable. Okay. Here, just take it.
The society chair has really outdone her.
Hello. You here for the charity event?
Sometimes you're just a sweet talker. You can talk like someone to give you anything you want. Gonna be awesome. Thank you for that resub of 3 months. And Mephic Santa, thank you as well. And Choosy Gnome, thank you for 5 gift subs for chat. Thank you so much for that. It's super nice of you. Do you often attend honest and worthy causes?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a firm believer that attending these types of events tends to absolve one of their sins and cleanse their soul. But something tells me you're not really here to discuss the event. What did you really want to talk about?
I accidentally sold my mining laser thing. I don't know where to buy it again. Any tips? I think if you open your scanner, you can just use one without having to actually have one. And also, you can buy them at any like weapon shop. They're called a cutter, or also at any mining station. You'll find them lying around, or you'll find them in boxes. You'll find them all over the place. So don't worry if you accidentally sold yours. They're easy to find. But try opening your scanner and just using it as if you had equipped it. I'm interested in what's going on at Galbank.
Oh, I'm afraid that's a bit outside my wheelhouse. I work for UC Security, so I don't think I could be of much help. I have nothing to do with Galbank.
What do you do for UC Security?
You mean specifically? Oh, I work for the Corporate Fraud Division. We monitor all of the major megacorp financials and transactions to ensure that nothing improper occurs. You're asking a lot of strange questions. What exactly do you want?
What exactly brings you to board the Siren of the Stars?
To be honest, I'm here to keep an eye on the charity event. It might not be as glamorous an assignment as a colony rescue or taking down some criminals, but anything that keeps the peace is important to me. What is this all about, anyway?
Claudia Swiss says you have information about Larry Dombrowski.
Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both.
Both.
Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off.
Maybe I am a little drunk, but you're still a liar.
Ooh, Barry, let's go, man. Yeah. Back off or what?
Don't test me. You have no idea how high up the chain I am with UC security. Not only can I make you disappear, I can also make sure the settled systems forget you existed in the first place.
You don't sound very worried about Claudia's calling you out.
Worried? Why should I be worried? Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe? You've had your time to talk. Now piss off.
That view is absolutely
I don't like him. He doesn't know that I'm undercover. Hello there.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested.
Does he have the authority to have me arrested?
Oh, absolutely. He's up the ladder at UC Security. Lots of pull. We have to handle this very delicately.
He's involved in an embezzling scheme with Dombrowski and Swiss.
Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. But it's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows.
Should we wait till he returns to his cabin and falls asleep?
Maybe. But if something goes wrong and he's able to raise an alarm, we're sunk. With all of these wealthy patrons aboard, the ship is crawling with security.
A shipwide emergency might do the trick.
Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency.
Won't the ship be at risk without life support?
This is one of Trident's premier starliners. That means it has the best of everything, including a triple redundancy life support system. They installed a backup for the backup. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency and everyone will have to return to their quarters until I sound the all clear, which I won't.
I guess I'll do whatever it takes to get it done.
I'm not particularly inspired by your shining example of confident leadership here.
What?
Don't worry. It'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just throw a few lousy switches and you're done. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help.
Where's life support located?
There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starview Ballroom. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Have fun with that guy. He's a real piece of work. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside.
Once the emergency is sounded, how does the ship's lockdown work?
All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way we keep the halls clear and avoid a panic. Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. But in our case, it's like having an all-access pass.
True. Do you have the lowdown on Gabriel Vera?
On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC security. Lots of clout with Mast. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cret stick and pin the murder on someone else. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet.
Goodbye.
Remember, the moment you shut down that system, the entire ship goes into lockdown.
I'll keep that in mind.
An open bar would have been nice.
That's one option. Kill Larry Dombrowski.
But Trident's gouging us for every minute.
Let's go steal the award before we trigger the lockdown. It's been a pretty good quest. No killing, all about talking and stuff. I have my card. Open, please.
All right. This is the complimentary service where they hold all the fabulous riches right back there.
Yes, yes it is. Saving. Earth Savior Award and credits. Yay! Okay then. Now let's go talk to the engineer and trigger an alert system.
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security of your items.
Sign of the Stars engineering deck. We're doing some sneaky things, but no one will have to die, which is good. Yeah, this is Starfield.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing COs I've ever worked under. In fact, he doesn't act much like a captain at all.
Probably because he's a criminal. Hello, sir.
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you?
Kind of lonely down here, isn't it?
Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Not exactly Starliner-class comfort down here. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but I'd rather work on the bridge.
Oh, wait. So what do you do down here?
I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge of the entire tech team. We do our best to keep the ship running smoothly and efficiently. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Almost everything has triple redundancy, like the life support system. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Could be worse, though, right?
I need to get in the life support area.
Oh, sorry, that area is off limits. No exceptions.
How about 1,000 credits? Actually, Cam Rokov said he's willing to forgive your gambling debt.
Oh, really? Well, that changes things quite a bit. Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away?
Oh, yes, I would love to hold it. What do you think of Captain Rokov?
Honestly, he's a seasoned ship captain. He told me he was a long hauler for years, and the experience shows. Only thing is, he's always talking about trade deals and plans for get-rich-quick schemes. It's all the guy ever thinks about. Why he decided to be a Starliner captain, I'll never know. It's almost like he craves being around money. Tell you what, though, For someone that loves credit so much, he sure doesn't mind gambling them when we play cards.
Well, goodbye.
Feel free to look around, but don't mess with any of the controls.
I would never.
Suddenly, we've entered a high-security medical bay. Didn't expect that. Okay, then.
All right, then. Let's see. Lockdown procedures. Automatic activate. Life support access. Reset switch.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please?
Emergency.
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Yep, just a ship-wide emergency. Everyone back to your rooms where there are no witnesses.
Oh, great. Everyone cleared out of the buffet. That's always a bad sign.
That is usually a bad sign. How about to look this way? Move up just a little bit. Oh yeah. Always time for a good photo. Alright, go ahead and save just in case something goes bad. Someone ordered the wrong calamari, yes.
All passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time.
Yep.
This ship is in a state of emergency. Please return to your cabin immediately.
Oh, I will.
All passengers.
All right.
May I have your attention,
Why are you chilling?
please? The captain has declared
Important
a
stuff.
ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there
Ooh.
until you receive further instructions.
What is in here? I can look in through everyone's room
From this
now.
point forward, I don't think we should be seen communicating.
Don't worry about it, ma'am.
The crew barely had space to stand in their rooms.
That is the sassiest mannequin ever. So sassy. Don't want to steal anything. Oh, what's in there? Bathroom. Bethesda always has some crazy, ridiculous outfits in their games. I remember Fallout 4 had a couple funny ones as well.
There's
Fallout
no cause
76
for
had a lot.
alarm. I'm sure this is just a minor malfunction or a drill.
Our
Yeah.
security team would appreciate if you'd please shelter in your cabin during this emergency.
This is Larry Dombrowski. Ooh. Hello, sir. Just looking for incriminating evidence. Visit Dubai landmark on Earth. What? I can go to Dubai on Earth?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Just looking around, see what I can find. Great Expectations. Ooh, credit sticks. Are those free? Yep. Those aren't labeled as stealing, so I can just take them. It's great. No incriminating evidence just lying around, unfortunately. What's in there? Toilet. How much did I miss to see you wearing this? What? Can a fella just have an undercover outfit that doesn't draw attention to himself? This is my secret spy outfit. No one will ever suspect the man dressed like a alien mushroom creature. Laundry machines. Black suit, vested, fashionable. Just some clothes, nothing crazy. It's a good time to explore the
Siren
ship.
of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm.
What's over there? Shelia. We gotta find the captain's quarters, too. The captain's quarters would for sure have something as well for us.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared
Pastor
a
Grayson
ship-wide
Slate. Daddy, this is an absolute disaster. You never told me I'd only be able to take one valet in this cruise. Imagine how it felt when I had to send the other 3 home at the Siren's departure station. You won't believe it, but I actually had to carry my own bag. Can you imagine the humiliation? Oh well, at least the food on board is halfway decent. The wine, however, disgusting. I think Trident neglected to hire a proper sommelier. Thank goodness I brought a few bottles from our cellars. Anyway, that's all for now. I guess I'll see you when this horror show is over. As always, your loving son, Hannibal. Okay, now how do you send this? Hello? Is this voice activated? No, stupid thing. Stop printing what this is preposterous. Send, you stupid piece of junk. Wait till my father hears about this.
emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
There's that Bethesda humor we love. Rich guy can't send a dictation. Doesn't know how a dictation machine works. Can you imagine having to carry your own bag on a trip and not have your valets do it? Utter madness. I know, spoil little brat.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm.
Whose is this?
There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this is
Claudia.
just a minor malfunction or a drill.
Hi, Claudia. Don't mind me, just looking through here for stuff to loot.
Haven't you gotten enough out of me already?
No. I need everything. Ooh, my darling Claudia. Yesterday was amazing. The restaurant was exquisite. You looked beautiful. And after dinner, the night we spent together was unforgettable. You know I'd do anything for you. All I have to do is ask. I yearn for us to be together again. Forever. I intend to break things off with my wife and leave that part of my life behind. Be patient, my darling. I'll tell her soon, I promise. I love you, now and forever, Larry. Right. That's how they always do. I'll leave my wife one day, I promise. Just not today. Crew quarters. What if the captain's quarters are somewhere in here?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Where is the captain's place?
Someone shut down the primary life support system.
What?
Going to take a while to get it back online.
I'm a little busy. Can't you see that there's an emergency?
Yeah, I see that.
Ship-wide emergency. Can't talk right now, sorry.
I know.
Don't worry. This ship is equipped with 2 backups for the life support system.
What is this? Mess hall, probably? Any recipes in here? Nope. It's a great opportunity to scan the whole ship for loot and stuff. Everyone's distracted. Just ballroom again.
Who the hell shut down the life support?
Desk officer got.
Chief Sandine is gonna be pissed.
It's been a crazy 24 hours and I'm exhausted. Try to short-staff the flight so that 3 of us who stay up all night set up the Star Room ballroom. Place looks amazing, but I doubt the snobby TPS passengers will even notice. Anyone who has enough money to ride on the Siren certainly isn't going to care about the effort we put in to keep them comfortable. Really ticks me off how much this work folk expect all of it to happen. Maybe it's time I took Harvino up on his offer to transfer to Trident's cargo division. Honest work and no thumbing my nose at me. Sounds tempting.
Who the hell shut down the life support? Chief Sandine is going to be pissed.
I don't know who would shut that down.
May I have your attention, please?
They sound crazy.
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Captain Rokov's computer. Ooh. He might have incriminating evidence in here somewhere. Request denied. Rokov, once again refusing your request to rejoin. We're not a membership club here, Rokov. This is the goddamn Crimson Fleet. You don't apply. You try out. If Neva doesn't put a hole in your skull, you get picked. That's how it works. You already knew. You already went through it once, and you had your chance, and you blew it. If you want to get my attention, maybe you should try scoring something valuable off that piece of crap you call a Starliner. Neva told me you lied about your record in the application to get that gig. Might as well put your position to good use. Cut the Crimson Fleet in for a chunk of the creds. Maybe I'll start listening. Till then, stop contacting us, Delgado. There, we found the evidence on the captain. Perfect. Does Starfield slap? Yes. I made a thoughts video under the thoughts command if you want to check it out. How I feel about the game. Let's see what's on his computer. Boom. How about there and there? Personal communication, unknown source. All right, Rokov, big guy. Get it. Got a deadbeating ship. One of the crew names Kenley. Fat Sum. It's like he's been getting messages from Crimson Fleet. Nothing super exciting.
You can handle this system. I'm sure of it.
Oh, I know. I already did. We found that evidence. All right, so now we can go back to the passengers and deal with them. There's two ways to do this. One, you do it peacefully. Second way is you just murder everybody. Why, hello there, Gabriel.
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergency. It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here.
How did you know I was responsible for the emergency?
Doesn't take a genius to deduce you're the one that's responsible. I locked onto you from the moment you entered the ballroom, and I've watched you trying to clock Dombrowski. After we spoke, I had a feeling you'd pull a stunt like this.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
I want everything you have on Dombrowski.
First of all, you're in no position to demand anything. And second, you must think I'm stupid.
A little bit.
There's no way I'd possibly incriminate myself by handing over the evidence.
Claudia said you've been cheated out of your fair share in the Galbank job by Dombrowski.
Claudia said that? You sure? Damn it! That means my money's already gone. And Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune. I'd love to see the bastard fry. But if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, I could end up in jail.
Before I make a deal, do you mind telling me what I'm buying?
Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. This is a one-stop shop for you. We're talking a slate loaded with dates, account numbers, ID scans, even an audio recording.
Ooh, that's good.
It was my little insurance policy in case the shit hit the fan. There's a solid enough trail here to send Dombrowski straight to jail.
Why'd you let Dombrowski handle all the numbers in the first place?
Dombrowski had the authorization to wipe out records on Galbank's system without raising any red flags. I let Claudia talk me into that. She said she had him wrapped around her finger. Apparently, she was wrong.
I'll pay you to offset some of your losses.
At least I walk away with something. All right. You have yourself a deal. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you want. Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it.
Do you know anything about UC SysDef?
All I can tell you is that there's more than a few people at Mast who find Commander Akande to be a huge pain in the ass. I mean, the UC is aware that the Crimson Fleet is a problem, but it pales in comparison to the issues with the Freestar Collective. Akande's loaded with big-picture ideas, but not a ton of evidence to put them into action. And frankly, it's driving my superiors crazy. You better tell Dombrowski to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
Oh, I'm gonna have you arrested, sir. I'm gonna get SysDef to lock you up. You deserve it. You're a corrupt cop. And we're gonna put you away. You didn't even make your own bed. What the hell? Gross. Alright, well I think we got everything. Is there something else that I missed? I think I got it all. Digipick. I can't take anything or it's considered stealing. Alright, let's go confront the guy and make him give us his access code.
Passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide...
Oh, I got a slate. Let's see if it says something. Gabriel Vera's transaction log. All the illicit transactions.
Emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive
How do I get up there? Oh, it wraps around. What am I wearing? It's my secret agent outfit, okay? Don't judge people.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm and proceed to your cabin.
All right, buddy. I'm here to make you sing.
Well. You must be the one who's been accosting Claudia and Gabriel. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter into some sort of negotiation.
How did you know I was involved?
You don't actually believe that I'd venture into such precarious criminal territory without a proper bird's-eye view of the situation, do you? I'm uncertain why you've become entangled in this spider's web, but this situation demands swift and resolute action.
Fine, let's negotiate.
Excellent, excellent. So, before we begin, let's review the facts. First, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud Galbank. The means and the method, perhaps, but not the motive. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share and have assisted you with this endeavor. Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something personal from me.
I believe this is the same voice actor as Nick Valentine from Fallout 4. Is it really necessary for you to talk that way?
You may as well ask, is it necessary for the sun to set on Jemison, or for one to wear a pressure suit when entering the vacuum of space?
That's an amazing trick, Professor.
I pride myself on having an intensely thorough education, though I'd hardly call myself a professor. Though I'm sure that your compliment also meant you were having trouble understanding what I've been saying. In blunt terms, you have compromising materials about me in your possession. The only thing I have to offer in return are my Galbank credentials. I assume that's what you've been angling for all along?
Rather astounding that you deciphered our communication attempt. It only took you a minute more than we expected for you to work through the calculus and participate in the discussion. But the rat models are notoriously unpredictable.
What?
All passengers, may I have your attention, please?
How do I know you won't report your credentials stolen?
Well, I'm surprised you even posed that question at all. The answer is quite obvious. The last thing I want to do at this point is call attention to myself.
You don't mind turning over your credentials to me?
Obviously, that wouldn't be my preference, but I have little choice. Though Larry Dombrowski will be mysteriously vanishing after this cruise, and possession of the credentials becomes ludicrous at that point.
That's all I want.
Splendid. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me simplify that for you.
You bastard.
It sounds like we have a deal.
I know what an accord is, okay?
Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any further contact. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly ruin two very annoying business associates. Good day.
Well, thank you. Well, we got what we needed. Let's get out of here.
Well, looks like everything worked out, just like we planned. I wish you hadn't blown away the gambling debt that Sandine owed me. But hey, you got the job done.
All passengers.
I got what I wanted.
I'm glad one of us did. I'm just hoping you'll put in a good word for me with Delgado. Otherwise, I've risked my career for nothing. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling me, partner?
No. You mean you haven't figured it out on your own?
I usually have a nose for these things, but in your case, it's a mystery. Very frustrating. Whatever the case may be, it's apparently worth risking your life over. That's telling me it involves a lot of money. That also means I want in.
I want to tell you, but Delgado would kill me if I did.
So he told you to keep it from me. I see. I wouldn't want you to risk your position with the fleet like I did, so I'll just leave it alone. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. It's been a long time coming. I owe you one, Tovarich.
Officers will be coming, wait, why'd you call me Tovarich?
Don't worry, it's not an insult. It's a very old Russian word for comrade. It's what I intend to call you from now on, so get used to it.
Don't worry about it.
Nonsense. If there's one universal constant you can depend on, it's that Yevgeny Rokov always makes good on his deals. Always. Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hopefully the next time we meet, we'll be aboard the key.
May I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Alright, well, let's get out of here. We successfully did all of that without killing anybody.
If you please shelter in your cabin during
Was there anything here? Nothing worth taking, honestly. I don't want to steal anything anyways. We're undercover, but we're not evil. I would never steal from people. We are doing the pirate quest, but we are undercover for SysDef. UC SysDef, so we're just playing along to try to get deeper into their little posse. Proceed to New Atlantis. So we can just jump over here. Cannot fast travel from this location, of course. Get back to my ship. Whee! What kind of potato peeling machine are we playing on? We have a RTX 4090 in our system, and I can't remember what processor. It's a good one, though. Wait a minute, this isn't. I need to go down one. Down there. How do I get down? Where?
All passengers.
Here, maybe? Yeah, there we go.
Please. The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion.
There's no map, so sometimes you get really lost in these dungeons. Like, I don't know where I am. What? There's not even a room to go out of. There we go. Hallelujah. Whee! Alright, let's get out of here. I know, I get lost in these places. Oh my god, I look amazing still. Let's put on our spacesuit again. That looks so amazing.
Separation complete.
All right, let's travel to New Atlantis. Yeah, for some reason this game doesn't look smooth at 60 FPS. I don't know why.
You might want this.
Like it's not like it looks a little stuttery even when it's running at a solid 60. Like it feels like it's not smooth, even if it's running at the high frames. I don't know what that's all about, but it's weird. Like it feels jittery almost. Oh, where are we going, by the way? Galbank Archives. I don't know where that is.
By the way, scanned as you enter the city. Please keep... Okay.
I'm applying for a job at Hope Tech, but I don't know if I can handle it.
Yeah, a lot of the UI is 30 FPS, so it's a little weird. The requirements of this game are pretty high, and a big chunk of that is because of the CPU. It's a very CPU-intense game.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
I do hope that they like release an official DLSS update at some point. That this like FSR is only like a temporary thing. Like a time deal or something. Okay. Hello there.
Hello. Welcome to the Galbank Archives. May I see your credentials, please?
Here you are, good sir.
Just one moment while I verify.
Yes.
Oh, yes, Mr. Dombrowski.
Yes,
welcome,
I'm
sir.
Mr. Dombrowski.
Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives.
Oh, thank you. You're acting a bit strange.
Me? No. Look, this is my first day on the job. Just cut me some slack, okay?
I'm
I
sorry.
can't afford to lose it. I got a wife and kids to feed. Everything checks out. Give me a moment to log your visit, and then I'll unseal the archives. There we go. Have a wonderful day.
Would be a shame if on your first day you let someone into the archives and they stole some very vital information and it brought down your entire company and they fired you for it. That would suck. Luckily, that's not happening.
What is that?
Ambush? What? Oh, shit. My God! You are beefy!
I'm waiting here.
He did not want to die. He was like, nope! Those both sell for a lot. It does. Elites have 3 bars of health. Each of the dots on the top is 1 bar, full bar of health. So you gotta kill them 4 times, basically. Thank you.
They don't need it now.
Why was Ecliptic in here? That's sus. Alright. Database disclaimer. Accidents, materials, you're extended to observe proprietary materials like Galbank and subsidiaries, blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's see. Legacy. Departure point classified. Intended point arrival classified. Last known system position Bannock. Bannock 4. Search attempts 8 failed. They searched for it 8 times. Transport. Captain X Lang. Legacy. Cargo credits. Serendipity. Alpha Centauri. Last known system, unknown. Full loss. Prosperity, unknown. 2 search attempts. Supremacy. Last known system, Sol. Last known planetary location, Saturn. I wonder if I can go to Sol around Saturn and see if I can find this ship. Sounds like there's a missing one. Anything else in here before we leave? Orchid Merchant. Sells for 7,000. It's not bad. Is that not lootable, I guess? Well, it should be, but I guess it's not. $5,000. Anything else valuable in here? Any magazines? Looks like nope. Well, let's get out of here. All right, reloading.
Galbank.
Proceed to the key. Let's go give Delgado the coordinates to this ship.
I have something for you.
I feel like I should start collecting all the plushies and just make a room in my ship and just fill it with plushies. Fill it, every inch of it with plushies.
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Next time you see Bog, tell him to lighten up. I've got a real attitude problem.
Speak to Bog. Oh, a new quest.
Some people think this place is scary. It can be, for sure. But they're just regular people here. Some are good-hearted, others struggle with it. Always good to remember that.
Yeah?
I do like that they made the people in the pirate place not seem like just boring evil people. Sometimes you can make villains, the villain faction just seem like a bunch of evil people. They're very one-sided, but they feel like, you know, they have real motivations and reasons for why they do the things they do.
20 credits if you
They're
can
well
do
written.
the thing with the knife. Your buddy Rokov was aboard the key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on.
Yeah, all right.
Now I remember why we kicked his ass out the fleet.
Rokov made me do everything, but at least we got what we wanted.
Still a lazy old bastard, huh? Can't say I'm surprised.
That's not exactly filling me with confidence, Rook, so I'm going to leave it up to you. Is Rokov in, or is he out?
I say he's out, but we should pay him for his work on this job.
Huh. Interesting. You think it's worth wasting credits on the guy?
It's not even worth wasting a bullet on Rokov.
If Rokov had anything to do with putting this information about Krix's legacy in our hands, then I say cut him in for a taste. You don't like it, Neva? Too bad.
Oh.
Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from the Galbank archives. Ah, so the Galbank transport went down over Bannock 4. Bannock. Why does that sound familiar? Neva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And I got it. Bannock 4. Let's see. Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every circuit aboard.
Nope. EM class is certain death. Back it up.
Ebro, can you link a quote from A&D saying that they said that? Because I can't find that anywhere. EM class gas giant?
Don't know that one, huh? Well, pick up your pencil. There's gonna be a test on this later. EM class means the planet is giving off a ridiculously high amount of electromagnetic radiation. We're talking off the charts here. Fly your ship anywhere near one of these death traps, and you'll blow every single circuit on your ship. You'd be dead in space. Get it?
Let's see. There's got to be a way.
Yeah, sure. We'll just wrap your ship in a ton of copper and launch you right in there. That ought to do the trick, right?
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Creeks hit the same roadblock. All we need to do is figure out how he got around it.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time to me.
Lexi had a CBR-227 transponder. We start by tracking its precise location.
The Rook's right. We tackle one problem at a time. Can we track it, Neva?
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequencies. We don't have shit like that laying around. But before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard that the UC's been working on a ship signal decryption system called the ComSpike. We grab that little beauty, and we'll be able to track anything you want.
All right, here is the plan, so shut up and listen. Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that ComSpike. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of mast. I want it. In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas giant problem. And I think I know just who to ask.
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the ComSpike with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right direction.
You don't give up easily, do you?
We do or we die. That's the way Creeks did things. And that is the way we should have been doing it for years. It's as simple as that.
We'll figure this out, I promise.
I promise? You gonna write that in your diary, little girl?
Oh.
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's
Rude.
reach of Creeks' legacy, and I don't have time to deal with this kind of bullshit.
Jeez.
Now, both of you, get the hell out of here and get to work.
All right, let's get this over with.
She's so sassy.
Follow me.
My God. There's nothing wrong with writing your stuff in your feelings diary, okay? It's therapeutic. I'm gonna write a couple sentences about a certain someone today. Neva, come on, come on. No, Neva. Oh! Come on, come on. We're moving. We're moving. We're moving. Come on, Neva. We're moving. We're walking. There she. Oh, whoa. What the? Okay.
Smuggling beats a real job any day.
She's actually still moving.
Hey, Jazz, what's safer, AC or DC?
Hi.
Neither are safe.
Depends on how you want it.
All right, let's get right to it. Did you get the Earth Savior Award, or am I gonna be very disappointed?
What's Jazz doing here?
First of all, this is my section of the key, so I'm gonna stand here for as long as I want. And second of all, I know all about that award and your deal with Neva. We don't keep secrets between us. Just throttle down and give her the damn thing already so we can get to work.
Why do you have a feeling you're gonna make more of this off this thing than I am?
Well, that's because you'd be absolutely right. You see, everyone above you in the fleet is making more than you are off the same gig. That's why we're all fighting our way to the top. Understood? Good. Now, you might want to hand over that award before I have you tossed off the key.
We're level 38, I believe. Here's your reward.
Well, well, look at that. You followed my directions, and now you're gonna end up with some credits in your pocket. Of course, it would have been more money if you hadn't blabbed about the damn thing to roll call, but that's on you. Anyway, here's your cash. Keep this up, and I might even start respecting you. All right, Fleet? We've all got work to do, so let's get to it.
Report mission progress to the UC Vigilance.
Better get a move on before Dale sees you slacking.
Oh, I'm going. All right, let's go tell Vigilance what's going on. 2,000 bucks isn't that bad.
You might want this.
Docking.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
All right, we boarding. Thank you, Loopalop, for that sub. Don Tan, thank you for the sub as well. Sweet, like Trek as well. All right, we got to go make a report and tell them our progress with
Vigilance or flag.
the Crimson Fleet. And what we've had to do.
Sir, if I may speak freely, is there a reason for the harsh reprimand? As far as I know, I just tracked a little mud into the brig.
Soldier, have you ever heard of trenchfoot?
Can't say that I have, sir.
Well, they say guards on Suvorov would sometimes trudge through cold, frost-wet trenches on their daily patrols. Prolonged wetness led to circulation and nerve damage, aka trenchfoot. Unable to perform, those guards were taken off duty, and security suffered, all because they didn't take the time to properly dry their feet. You see where I'm going with this, don't you?
I do, but if I may, I would argue that we're not on some frozen planet, sir.
But you tracked in mud from your last mission. You brought in any number of microbial life forms, known and unknown, into my brig.
True.
These are direct threats to the health and safety of this crew, and by extension, the security of this brig. On my brig, cleanliness is a duty, and I suggest you take this duty seriously. And if not, I will have the commander relieve you of it.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
You've been sentenced to death!
Keep the brig ready.
What? No! What? I was punishing her. Damn it. I was just trying to issue proper
Understood,
punishment.
Some of the guards don't take kindly to the prisoners, but we should try to maintain some decorum. Welcome to the brig. As a member of SysDef, you may talk with the prisoners as long as you are mindful of operation security. As a personal rule, I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of cleanliness at all times. That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of any contagious diseases.
Well, I failed 3 of those. I keep things neat and tidy, so it won't be a problem.
Excellent. And all that being said, I understand your mission directive might call for flexibility on my part. So if you need to be a rum-drinking, swashbuckling pirate to do your job, then I will do my best to clean up after you.
Were there any problems securing Austin Rake?
No. The prisoner surrendered willingly, as per the terms of your deal. This is probably the safest place for him, if the fleet want him dead. You can chat with him, if you haven't already. I'm sure he has a lot to say.
As the brig officer, is there anything you need from me?
As a matter of fact, I have a favor to ask.
Quest!
I understand that part of your undercover work involves going to the fleet headquarters, namely the key.
Yes.
While you're there, if you find anything pertaining to the history of the fleet, I'd be interested in learning about it.
It's a highly unusual request, officer.
I apologize, but no one from our side has been to the key in ages. The history buff in me wants to learn more.
I'll keep an eye out for you.
I appreciate it. I've actually heard rumors about there being audio logs for an interview the founder of the fleet, Jasper Crix, did on the key.
Ooh.
I'm interested in anything he had to say regarding his time in prison and how the prisoners were treated. If you find anything like that, bring it back here, and we'll take a listen.
I've been to Sorvov as part of my undercover work.
Really? I know you were headed to the key, but I didn't realize you'd actually get a chance to visit the lock. I almost respect the fleet for doing that. They're trying to pass down their history, or their version of it anyway.
I don't think it was that deep, though. I was just looking for a lost treasure.
And how many times has he done that previously with other recruits? No. I'd say this was 1 part scavenger hunt, 3 parts history lesson. But all that aside, give me your honest opinion. What were the conditions like?
Brutal. With how they were treated, so one of the inmates revolted.
I was afraid of that. I think I'm starting to fully realize the hand we played in all this. Truth be told, my ancestor was a guard on Suvorov. Part of the reason I joined SysDef was to find out more about his experience and whether the history books told the whole story. Which is why I'd like to hear Crix's side of it, if just to confirm what you saw.
What's with the fascination with the fleet's history?
The fleet and the UC are intertwined, and I've always felt knowing that past as an important part of what we do. In life, history can be a guide, a warning, or at times, a reflection. And if you want to know which one it is, you have to stare it in the face, regardless of how ugly it is.
I like this guy too. What kind of prisoners end up in the brig?
The cells you see here are for captured pirates and prisoners of war. If you apprehend any pirates during the course of your missions, they'll be detained here.
What if the prisoners try to escape? What kind of defenses do we have?
We have multiple turrets attached to the ceiling. If you've met Ensign Betty, she's personally calibrated them to ensure they cover the entire area. That being said, firing the turrets should be considered a last resort.
What are your thoughts on Commander Akande?
He's a good man, singularly focused when it comes to the fleet. But that's not to say he doesn't care about his crew. I can tell you a story as an example if you'd like to hear it.
Go ahead, I've got time.
So, I'm a bit of a workaholic, and I forget to take breaks. One day, Commander Ikande passes by the brig and sees me at my desk. He takes one look at my haggard face and says, "Officer, I'm headed to the mess hall. If you're not with me in 15 minutes, your services will no longer be required on my ship." I tried to protest, but he was dead serious. So I went. We had lunch, talked about old times, and I went back to the brig, refreshed and ready to work. It's little things like that. You can see he pays attention and that he cares about the people, not just the work.
Oh, oops. Goodbye.
Until next time.
One prisoner, but we have more to go. Let's see if we can get more people in here. Go talk to Commander. Where are you again? Where's the elevator? Lift. There it is.
Orders came down. Some new science.
So I heard there was a bit of excitement on the Siren of the Stars. Your handiwork, I assume?
Some of the Siren Stars passengers should be arrested.
Nice work. Any specific evidence you picked up regarding criminal activity should be given to Lieutenant Toft after the debriefing.
If the evidence pans out, you can visit those alleged criminals in our brig the next time you stop by the Vigilance.
Ooh.
But for now, what do you have on Delgado and his little ragtag group of pirates?
I was successfully able to steal the Galbank credentials.
Yes, and I heard there were no casualties. Excellent work.
Yes.
Except for the eclectic hit squad that you took down at the archives. We've taken care of that mess, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Speaking of which, I assume you copied the information from the Galbank's computers. Let me see what you got. So the legacy went down at Bannock 4. Bannock 4. Why does that sound familiar, Toft?
Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant, sir. There isn't a ship in the fleet that could safely get near that type of world.
How did you know all that?
The Bannock system was the site of a significant battle during the Narian War. I had to do a research paper on the subject at the Academy.
Delgado will figure it out.
It sounds like you admire that lunatic.
No. I don't admire him. I'm simply warning you about his resourcefulness.
Call it whatever you like. It doesn't change the fact that Delgado is still a murderer. Your best buddy has killed every single one of our previous informants.
He's not my buddy.
That's enough, Lieutenant. Even if Delgado has an immediate solution to the EM problem, there's still the matter of tracing the Legacy's transponder signal.
Aren't you concerned I'm helping them get closer to Crix's legacy?
Of course I am. We don't really have a choice in the matter. There are no shortcuts. The route you're taking to secure Crix's legacy for the Crimson Fleet is the only one at our disposal. If you suddenly change your behavior, they'll know something's wrong. I realize it's difficult, but I urge you to stay the course for now. In the meantime, we'll formulate a plan to ensure the Crimson Fleet doesn't get their hands on that money.
Is Dan taking the snitch route? I am being a good citizen and serving my planet by helping take down this criminal scum known as the Crimson Fleet. I think something called ComSpike will solve that problem.
They have information about the ComSpike? Damn it.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that device, sir.
No. You shouldn't be familiar with it. It's a highly classified project.
How would they know about that?
It's an advanced signal decryption and tracking device that the UC Navy's been working on for years. How the hell did the Crimson Fleet find out about that?
There must be an information leak somewhere, sir. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Uh-oh.
I'll see what I can find out.
Fine. This is what we're going to do.
There's a mole.
You keep playing along and go after the ComSpike. Lieutenant Toft and I will see what we can find out about Bannock 4.
Are you any close to convincing the Council to attack the Crimson Fleet?
My superiors are stubborn. They aren't going to authorize an attack on the Key based on my flights of fancy, I've been told. We need more evidence that all the Crimson Fleet's plans will result in them actually getting their hands on this fabled cache of credits.
Are we going to warn the U.S. Navy about my attempt to grab the ComSpike?
I don't see the point. The Crimson Fleet apparently has a pipeline of information flowing from somewhere within the UC military. Any attempt to move the ComSpike would be a waste of time. We need to play this close to the vest.
I'll report back on the evidence that I recover.
Perfect. Just stick with the plan and we'll see who gets to Crix's legacy first.
Yay!
This mission is going to require discretion on a number of fronts.
I have evidence for you.
Good. The more you find, the stronger our case.
Found some evidence on Yevgeny Rokov.
Tisk, tisk. Looks like Mr. Rokov lied on his application to Trident Luxury Lines about having a clean record. No matter. Next time he jumps from the Key, we'll have him picked up. That will be one less fleet captain for us to worry about. Any other fragments?
Got this piece of information about a certain Gal Bank employee who was aboard Siren of the Stars.
Are you kidding me? Dombrowski was already making a six-figure salary, and yet he couldn't resist starting an embezzlement scheme.
Of course.
It makes me sick. Ah, it's gonna be an absolute pleasure to throw his butt in prison. Anything else?
There's only one thing that super rich people want, and that's to be even more super rich.
We'll be here if you need us.
It's their favorite thing.
Heard you made off with something called the Earth Savior Award. Damn pirates will have you steal anything that isn't bolted down.
I know.
A lot of us had our doubts about you.
By the Stars,
But you're really
David
making
Copperfield.
progress with this operation. Sentiments are shifting.
Early reports say your mission on the Siren was a success.
It was. I'm one hell of an officer. I wasn't able to get the corrupt cop, unfortunately.
Nice work on the Siren. You keep this up, this operation.
Yeah, I wasn't able to get anything on him. But maybe getting that one guy will get all the others, because he'll snitch on the other people. Because if you get taken down, like the first thing you want to do is
right here.
is take down the other people that helped you. All right, let's get out of here. Oh my God, my hat. Forgot I was wearing that. It's like, oh dear God, that does not look right.
Locks, air pressure, drive. Oh.
The best there is. Meet Navia and Jasmine on the key. Take Barrett to Gargarin. Lighten the darkness. Refurbish goods. The audition. Blast zone. God, there's still so many quests to do. Let's go back to our outpost for a minute and check that out. Cheyenne. Freestar Collective, yeah, is like the Wild West cowboy style of faction. They have a very good quest reward at the end. I recommend doing that quest as soon as you can.
I have something for you.
Oh, I bet you do. Aluminum, aluminum, nickel, lead, silver. What low on iron? Radioactive gauge, adaptive frame, mag pressure, zero wire. We got tons of them. You can turn that one off, please. Yeah, this is probably completely full of copper. Yep. We'll just drop that on the ground. All right, what other things do we need for our research? Let's get that going. We found a bunch of adhesive, forgot, so we can probably do a little more research. Don't have that. We need lube. Out of lube. Adhesive is good. Optic and laser mob, zero wire. Veridium, iridium. We got plenty of that. Muzzle mods, zero wire. Polymer. Titanium, tantalum. Alright, how about spacesuit mod, helmet mod, sterile nanotubes. Food. Nothing. Performance enhancement. Perfect. Okay, manufacturing needs lubricant. Resource extraction needs... Both those things don't have them. Decoration requires adhesive. Horticulture requires nutrient and amino acids. Power generation requires zero wire. Beryllium, titanium, cesium. I need both those things. Zero wire. Polymer, I don't have any of that. Outpost defense, 0 wire. Positron battery, aluminum. Copper. Fluorine. Robots 2. God, we have so much more research to do. Chemistry 2 required for that one. Well, that's going to require a lot of stuff still.
Good to see you.
What else can we make here? Reactive gauge, 0 wire, monopropellant. Ooh, alkanes. I do need to nail down some other resources.
Welcome back.
At some point. How are we doing on ship inventory? Let's see. Our ship is nearly completely full. It's very close to being entirely full. That's gonna be a process. I'll do that tonight during the night stream, do some more outpost stuff. Membrane. Why do we have so few membrane? Did you run out of fiber? That's copper. Fiber's in that one. Oops. That's the one we needed over there. Is modifying weapon worth it? Once you have a good weapon once you find a good weapon after you hit a certain level, then you can mod it. Resources are infinite. You just have to farm more is all. If you have your outpost set up, you'll be able to have lots of stuff just pre-made like this, where you just grab whatever you need whenever you need it. All right, well, let's go do the next stage of our quest for perfection.
Hey.
There might be bigger containers, they just don't have them yet. There's lots of research stuff. So you unlock more parts by researching. Or there might not be any bigger. It might be the only ones.
Airlock integrity looks good.
You might want this.
Speaking of which, I do have a skill point to spend. Experimental projects. Geology. Zoology. Surveying. Medicine. Research methods. Sudden developments during research are twice as common. Resource credit are reduced by 60%. You can force a target and proceed to permanently stop fighting unless they're attacked again. You have access to bribery during speech challenges. Ships, 10% stronger automatic is surrendered to piracy demands. Forcing Sea Actual to attack their allies for a limited time. Gains gain affinity faster. More health, more carrying capacity. Oh, I didn't know that one. Give them more carrying capacity. Additional cargo blinks can be placed at outposts. Additional robots, additional crew. Outpost extractors produce twice as fast. Oh, that's a great one. Ship command. Oh man, I need so many of these perks. Physical damage reduced by a certain amount. So generate health outside of combat. Narrow strikes. Some of those seem broken OP. Let's go special projects. Okay. There's no respecking of perk points. At least not without a mod. I'm sure there'll be a mod for that at some point.
I don't trust shielding.
You don't trust shielding. Alright, let's go do our next quest where we have to track down that ship and see if it's real.
All right, Jazz. What do you got?
According to the latest, the comm spike is being developed at UC Star Station SY-920. Location undisclosed.
Fantastic. So how do we disclose it?
We could lean on your smuggling contact. Call in that favor. You know who I mean.
Our friend on Jemison. Nice one, Jazz. I'll make the arrangements. All right, Rook. Next stop, New Atlantis. Your connection is Juan Dayu. She's got most of the premium UC smuggling routes locked down tight. If you don't piss her off, she should be able to sneak you past SY-920's security.
Just remember to count your fingers after you shake hands with her.
Sounds like a situation that calls for a fist bump. Unless she wants my knuckles, too.
What, Parrot? What? What does it even mean? Are you okay? Premium smuggling routes?
Definitely. We're talking cargo depots, star yards, research stations, and, like in SY-920's case, military outposts. I've never seen someone new to the game have so many contacts. It's the reason we let her join up in the first place. I don't know how she accomplished that. We've been trying to crack some of those places for years.
Should I expect trouble?
You're in the fleet. You should always expect trouble. As far as Juan goes, even though she's one of our newer contacts, you shouldn't have any problems dealing with her.
Sound like she'll be useful.
I sure hope so. Because she might be our only crack at finding a decent decryption device. Once Juan gets you past the guard dogs, it's gonna be on you to locate the comm spike. According to the data we have, it's in the prototype phase, meaning there should only be a single device aboard the station.
Basically, you break it, you bought it.
If it's in the prototype phase, how do you know that it's gonna work?
We paid good money for the information, so I'm sure it works. And if it doesn't, a certain source at Mast is gonna have to deal with a very pissed off Neva. And that would be the end of that. You just bring the tech here, I'll do the rest.
Oh, and one more thing. SY-920 is a UC military installation. That means it's guarded by heavily armed troops. And we both know those idiots don't mess around. If you intend to turn the place into a shooting gallery, you might want to be sure you're hauling an arsenal, because you're gonna need it.
How will Juan get me inside the station?
She's got the clout to get you in the front door. They're gonna think you're part of a regular supply delivery. Beyond that, you and Juan are gonna have to put your heads together and come up with a plan.
Understood.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so I'm gonna arrange a meeting with Juan at Kay's place in the well. In the meantime, I'll make sure Jazz comes up with a solution to the electromagnetic atmosphere problem at Bannock 4.
Okay, you'll make sure. More like get drunk while Jazz does all the hard work. Typical.
Privileges of rank, my darling. We'll discuss it a little later. And you, get the hell out of here. And don't come back without that comm spike in your cargo bay.
I won't. What are you talking about, Juan?
The Crimson Fleet made contact with her about a year ago. We were searching for a smuggling connection in UC space, and her name kept popping up repeatedly, so I decided to put her to the test. Not only did she pass, but the results were off the charts. Made us both a ton of credits. That was good enough for me. Beyond that, I don't know much about her. But hey, as long as she keeps my gal bank account humming, she can keep all the secrets she wants.
The exploding shotgun from Neon is fun. Oh, Boom Boom. It's a really fun weapon. If I want to ask why we need comms, what do I tell her?
I'm gonna leave that up to you, Rook. If you get into deep trouble and you think bringing her into the fold is gonna make the difference, tell her whatever you want. At some point, Delgado's gonna be promising everyone their cut of Crix's legacy. If we want him to stick with the fleet, it's inevitable. But until the money's within reach, the less people that know, the better.
All right.
Hit me up if you got questions.
I will. I'll keep it in mind.